be here this afternoon. And I'm going to hand over to Danny Carr, who has suffered both Mike and I for quite some time. So over to Danny.
Hello everybody, welcome. So I'm going to talk on behalf of Michael this afternoon. I'm an old schoolmate of Michael's, going back to primary school, back in Morris Brothers. I noticed there's quite a few here from my year and as well as the year above. So yeah, it's good to catch up with all you guys again. So we don't get together that often, so it's nice. It's a nice touch. Michael and I, yeah, you guys know him as Michael, but I don't. We've all come from guys with nicknames, and most of the guys that I know have all got nicknames. And you guys must know him as Bomba from now on. Bomba.
Thanks, Keelan. Turn around. You guys give me a nice one and I'll wear it.
If you're wondering where the name comes from, if you look on YouTube on Bomba, you'll see it listed as Bomba the Jungle Boy. And there used to be a TV show about Bomba the Jungle Boy, and Bomba was just like him as a kid with the curly hair and a big physique, and used to like carrying people around on his shoulders. Taking it for a ride. Anyway, I thought we might get a bit interactive with this one this afternoon. As in, everyone knows Bomba. He's very popular amongst all the groups and years. And I wonder whether you might recognise a few mannerisms from him at all, or whether anybody's got anything that they might recognise from Bomba as a good mannerism. Because I can put one up, and if you recognise it, go. And I'm sure you've all seen that in the past with things that he doesn't like, or he doesn't appreciate. Just go.
He doesn't.
Yeah, he does. And we all know Bomba from his early years. He's always been a good sportsman. Football, swimming. He was always good through his whole years of swimming, except for 1 year in the under 12 where he didn't quite make the grade. And someone got his name on the trophy like I did.
You both got over that
There is a story behind the trophy because it's just, I'll read it out to you. It says MBS under 12 champion. It's got a year on it, I can't read it. 1968 for GK, that's me. I was a member of the swimming team back then in the under 12s. I think I was reserved for the relay team. Anyway, Michael won the MCS swimming and we all got a trophy. I'm the only one who's got one left, so I'm the champion. But I must admit, there was 1 year where I did manage to get the ribbon for a certain event where Michael didn't compete in, and it was the Ironman. They only had it 1 year, and it's never been put on again since. So I was just going to have that over him anyway. Bad luck, anyone know what Michael's favourite music track is? Song? Any suggestions? No?
Chocolate?
No, it's Fire Your Guns. Fire Your Guns in the British Capital Continent. It was not as many as it was. You were around and sing that? Have you ever seen him dance to it? You want to show us how it works? It's a pretty good dancer too. It's pretty awesome. Well, some of the things that...
Tiggy knows it.
Tiggy knows it.
Tiggy's over 60.
Well, that will be addition of a few more. Things that Bomba likes to do. He likes to organise trips, as we know. Pretty good organised trips all around the world, around Australia. We had a great trip. This is top trip 4. We travelled around the top of Australia for 7 weeks. And it was pretty well organised. You knew exactly where we were going to go from one day to the next, and it never changed, otherwise you'd get upset. top tip tour, we went to New Zealand, and he organised that one as well. We travelled all around the South Island, and I thought he was doing a good job until he missed the boat, and we were supposed to go to Prince Joseph Glacier, but he didn't want to go for some reason. We ended up having to go to the Fox Glacier. That's a private joke. Michael's been a good family man over the years. We've been watching each other's kids grow up. It's been a real pleasure watching the kids grow and develop, and they've all moved into different things now. My oldest is 30 years old now, and Adam's 29. They've all been close as kids growing up, and they still keep in contact with each other, even though they've all got different partners and things going on. And, it's been a pleasure to be a part of your life, John, and I'm pleased to be here today celebrating your birthday with you, mate. So, happy birthday to you.
We're both going to have a little something to say. Sarah is in South America, just stressing me out. Worried sick about her, but she's not home until the 31st of November. Waiting for our first grandchild, so over to Beck and Adam.
Yeah, well, yeah, thank you all for coming. You all play a big part in Dad's life, and you're all here today because you mean something to him, and you were also on his spreadsheet for today's event, which he made. So that's what he's got in his hand there, just making sure the right amount of food comes out. And it's also good that they were able to stop their world tour and put their travels aside to spend time with us. But all jokes aside, the position that they're in today is testament to Dad's and Mum's hard work. I always saw Dad, the hours he put in at work. I always thought that his commitment was almost at insanity levels, especially during the crisis, the water crisis. But it's all starting to make sense now. He's retired, he's happy, and
You've been talking.
Oh, that's a secret.
I thought he was retired.
What's in
But yeah, so both working hard at both the council and Sydney Water, he's always gives it 100%. And if he says he's going to do something, he gets it done. And like that's for where he is today. It's really obvious in that, and that all makes sense. And Beck's got a few things to say. I'm not finished. I'm not finished though. So hold the applause.
Something else Adam was going to say was when Dad was working really, really hard, he'd still come home from work, help get us to bed, discipline us, do our homework with us, and then stay up late and work on his spreadsheets, whether it was finances. I don't think I have many holidays then, but like just for everything. And I think quite often Mum and everyone joke that I'm a lot like Dad. So I guess some of the traits where I'm like Dad is I've taken up spreadsheeting.
Tight ass.
Don't like spending money, so Dad's taught me that council clean-up, so that you should go through them. That you shouldn't put things on council clean-ups, even if they're really, really, really old tents that don't work anymore. You should keep them. Adam was saying before, it was lucky that we have so much storage in our house, so that I can keep everything, like everything. Another thing I think it's quite funny, we've taken up to bike riding and doing all of that, and most people in that, they call them the mammals, and they get the latest bike and the latest this and the latest that.
Look how they're here.
So it's a expensive industry to be in, but we've been really proud of Dad keep sticking to his guns and only getting a new bike if Mum buys it, or all his gear is new. I guess another thing that that's really important to us is how much love and support Dad's shown us and Mum and our whole broader family forever, which was passed on from his parents. He's always there when we need him, so I think it started, some of my earliest memories of Dad, like never missed a sports carnival, never missed an award ceremony. And I think all of our really nice memories, Dad was always able to be there. And, I think you might talk a little bit more, but like being there on holidays and everything, all of our memories, it's been lovely to have Dad a part of that and teaching us to surf and how to do lots of useful things. So thank you for being there for us.
Yeah, as Nosy touched on, Dad was always involved in sport. He coached my rugby union team from under sevens up until under 17s, and I always look back on it and think how important that was, and it was such a good commitment from him to put in all that time for such a rat bag team who would he'd rock up to training and he'd be late from work a little bit, so we'd decide to get everyone who'd been dropped off. Their parents had left, so we'd go and hide. So he'd come to the football oval stressing out, getting out, and there's no one there. Just maybe someone who'd rocked up late might be like, I don't know where they are. At the time, I thought it was normal in under 10s to have my dad as the coach on the sideline, absolutely losing his shit and screaming and yelling and carrying on. But now that I look back at it, it just wasn't normal at all. It's just such a change from how I guess some people might see him to how he can be sometimes, and obviously you guys all see both sides. Another thing that I also would like to share with you is when I changed schools to Maris Eastwood, which is the same school that Dad went to, he was very quick to point out that his name was still in our record books for the 50-metre breaststroke, and then it was actually one of my mates who actually took his record out, which I thought that's a pretty big thing to have such a long-standing record. Unfortunately, it wasn't there when I left though, but I did have the chance to beat that guy's record before school was over, so that was good.
Stop that.
You're worse than those.
So I'm pretty good too. Yeah, not over yet. He was, I don't know if you've ever played a game of cards with Dad, but I do enjoy cards, but not so much with Dad because he's constantly making his own rules. But it's either Michael's way or the highway, but he's got full belief that his way is the right way, so often it is, but you just sometimes don't want to agree with him on that. I think a great thing for someone at Dad's age and a lot of your guys' age is you still think you're back in high school and you're knocking around like young guys, and I think you've got to really keep that going, and I hope that with my mates as I get older and to your guys' age I still have that. And I hope to still have those bonds and those relationships and the mucking about and tomfoolery and whatever goes on when you guys go away. But going on a serious note, Dad, congratulations. You got a beautiful wife. You guys are so happy. two great daughters and a half decent son. And I apologise for not being the best son at sometimes, but yeah, make it up to you. And yeah, just thank you.
That's it, you're on.
Ready? I want to sit down.
It's in very big font. It's in big font.
Okay. As you would know, I'm really not one for speeches. But 60 is a milestone, so I thought I would go all out. And recently, most of you, I suppose, put your hand up if you were born in 1956. 57, 55, leave your hands up in 57. Well, that's about 3/4 of the people here. So, and the ones who are out that side that are really lucky or really unlucky. Sorry, John, Robbie. Many of you will soon reach this milestone or have reached it, and what better way to celebrate than to have a party like today. So I was thinking back about my life, and when you think about that, a lot of you guys pop up in that life, and I thought, well, what more could I do than really create a spreadsheet and put together a diary that's got a little bit about you all. So I'm just going to go through it. I thought I'd go through that. Some people have got parking meters they've got to go. So what I decided to do is just split you up into two groups. Split you up into two groups, and in that way it'll be a bit quicker if I go through it. The first group is the independent male part of my life, which I shared with many of you. That started, as Danny said, 50 years ago in Eastwood Morris Brothers, and there's a few guys here from there. It goes on with those you play football with, you play at Macquarie Uni, or you go Big Sparrow bike riding, golfing, kayaking, walking, touch footy, which I had to retire from. But that's the group that, there's others, I think one's left, but there's another one here who goes bike riding as well, who I met at uni when I was 18. And they're the guys that you actually shape junior life with. They're the ones who create what you are at the time. And you just keep meeting with those, you get to travel with them, you get to spend a lot of time with them, and they really shape what you like. When you're about 22, you get to go to work and you meet others, and they're good people as well. So I've had the luck of working at Sydney Water and Warringah Council with some great people. A lot of them are here tonight. They're the ones who really, you know, they shape your life, they make what you are. You spend half your life or more at work. So that's a pretty big part of your life. Then there's the second group who I realised that they're all related in one way. Had I not met Anita 36 years ago, most of you wouldn't be here. This includes Adam, Murray, Becky's husband, his family, Anita's family, and all the other friends that you meet along the way, the ones that you meet because your kids are playing football or sport or surfing or something like that. And I think everyone here, including those who you meet through your family, is included in those two groups. If you're not, come and talk to me later and I'll find out why you're here. So, it's basically the second group that fills in the time outside your work. They're also the ones that try to beat out of you that male bonding that you've developed over all those years and try to change those traits. So, that works for a while until you go away with those blokes again and you come back and got more. So they spend their life trying to change what you've done. I've had a great 60 years with friends like you, and times like that, I'm sure it's going to continue into the future. So I'd like to thank you all for gathering into this tight space with people that you don't know. I'd like to thank especially Nita for putting this on and organising it. It was a secret until recently. I was at work and a guy I worked with at Sydney Water and at Baringa Council came up and said, "Oh, you're having your birthday on Saturday." I said, "Oh, yeah, what birthday?" He said, "Oh, Bruce from Viking, told me this week that we're having a birthday." Thanks, Bruce. Anyway,
that's why you like the first group better.
I was just going to say that I'd like to thank Anita for putting it on. I'd like to thank her for bringing into my life the second group of people and all those others and we've met throughout our life, and accepting that first group, which I think is pretty difficult, and inviting them along. But I'd like to thank you all for your friendship, and I hope you all enjoy passing through this milestone at some stage, whether you've gone already or whether you're about to go through it. Thanks very much for coming along, and continue to enjoy the party. Thanks very much.
So we'd like you all to sing nice and loud a happy birthday to Michael. We'd like to thank Joe Bridget Jones, who actually made this cake for us, and Murray, who actually decorated it. So you can eat these shells, they're all been handmade. So we can do a little bit of a happy birthday on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Michael. Happy birthday to you. Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
Ready? Spreadsheet. How many people? Just do it, Nancy. Joe's a good paddler. Now I know what she does to build up her muscles.
There we go.
Thank you very much. Oh no, Bob's sitting it up. Wait a second.
Stop blinking.
Oh, it just went off. Oh.